You ask yourself, after passing the sales personality test or the totality of your physical, emotional, psychological, social, and intellectual traits, are you ready to face the client? My answer would be not yet. Not yet. You have to equip yourself with confidence. Equip yourself with confidence, and now you are ready to face the battle. Okay? Confidence is feeling sure of yourself and your abilities. Not in an arrogant way, but in a secure and realistic way. Hindi pa pwede yung feeling mo, superior ka. Superior ka, ikaw lang ang nakakaintindi. But it's more on the quiet or inner understanding of your capabilities. And that is confidence. And then how do you make yourself confident? Paano ba ginagawa yon? Of course, you have to equip and understand and study your products, your company, and your client. Or, of course, prospective client for that matter. Intindihin mo yung produkto, yung kumpanya, and of course, your customer. First, how do you understand your product? Product is more on training. Kailangan mo alamin yung produkto mo, ano ba yung history ng produkto mo, paano ba ginawa yung produkto mo, ano ba yung quality ng produkto mo, may mga researches ba to back your claim, at ano yung mga sources of your information. Okay? In my case, let us start with Jollibee. When I started working with Jollibee class, I have to understand ano ba yung mga produktong tinitinda ng Jollibee at that time. Naghahanap lang ba akong trabaho o iniintindi ko na yung produkto? Of course, kasama rito na I have to understand, I have to know the product. At isa sa ginawa ng Jollibee sa amin noong time na yon is, of course, tikman yung produkto. We have to taste the product. We were given employees discount to taste the product para alam namin. Of course, nung time ko, hindi gaya ng time nyo. Lahat ng tao yata nakatikim na ng Jollibee o nakatikim ng produkto ng Jollibee. During my time, hindi pa ganun. Limited pa lang yung Jollibee outlets noon. Parang iilan pa nga lang. At the time, doon sa area ko class, wala pang Jollibee. Ngayon, ilan na ang Jollibee? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, 4. Bago ako makarating doon sa Jollibee ko, may 4 na Jollibee na. Samantalang dati, ang pinakamalapit na Jollibee sa akin, yung pinagtatrabuhan ko. See? When I transferred to a pharmaceutical company, how did I gain that product knowledge? We started with training. Pagkapasa ko sa interview, nag-training kami. 1 month of training. Kung paano ginagamit yung produkto, kung para saan yung produkto, ano yung dosage guide ng produkto namin, yung gamot. Forex at the time was barely 4-5 years pa lang. 4 years, to be exact. Forex was 4 years old pa lang. In fact, class, ang training namin is pangatlo kami sa training. Hindi pa ganun kalaki yung manpower namin. So I have to understand. Yun pa lang din yung time na binabago yung business model ng kumpanya namin. We are the first company at the time to use the uni-branded medicine. Ibig sabihin ng uni-branded, one brand lang ang gamot namin. Forex amoxicillin, Forex paracetamol, Forex cefalexin. Ginaya yun ng RightMed. Ngayon, ang RightMed, kailan yun? Ilang years after, RightMed amoxicillin, RightMed paracetamol. But we were the first in the market to geared towards uni-branded medicine. Okay? Anong ginawa? Nag-training nga kami. Plus, one important source of information na made me proud to be part of that company is the plant visit. Okay? Under the plant visit, nakita ko kung paano ginagawa yung produkto namin. Meaning, Doon ko nalaman na, yung amin palang raw materials, imported. Yung aming mga machines na gumagawa ng produkto are comparable or at par with the multinational companies. Maganda yung produkto, malinis yung aming planta. It made me proud. It gave me that pride na, maganda pala produkto namin. And believe it or not, class, up to now, I was with Forex noong year 1990. Anong year na ngayon? 30 years after, I am still using their product. I'm still using Forex Losartan for my heart class. I remembered arguing with my general manager. When this general manager of mine argued na sabi niya, ba't hindi ka makapagbenta ng cardio products natin? Sabi ko, sir, ang kalaban natin mga talagang innovators, yung mga may mga research and development. Paano ka makakapag-compete? Diba? How are you going to compete with multinational when it comes to cardio? I was wrong at the time. I have to accept I was wrong. Because up to this day, class, I am still using Forex Losartan for my heart. That's how I believe dun sa produkto namin. Ganun ako naniwala dun sa produkto namin. Na maganda yung produkto namin at sarili ko, sinugal ko. Kaya up to now, I'm telling of course, my siblings, even my friends, that kung ako inom, Forex na lang. Why? Affordable. Sakto sa budget. Kasi araw-araw mong iniinom. As compared to a branded medicine, laki ng diferensya, class. So, because of that, because I believe in the company, hanggang ngayon, ginagamit ko yung produkto. Ano pa? Ano pa yung mga sources of our information? Para matuto tayo, para maintindihan natin yung mga kumpanya or yung mga produkto ng ating kumpanya. Feedback. May maganda tayong feedback. Or, of course, yun nga, sabi ko, even before that, parati kong ginagamit na yung mga produkto natin. Produkto namin. Because I am personally using it. Naintindihan ko. Like, dati, I have this product for pedya. Ibig sabihin for mga baby or bata na yung mga syrup. Pag sinabi mo kasing syrup, class, sa gamot, pambata ito. Usually pambata. I tried. Bago ko ibenta, tinry ko isa naming gamot, yung contramoxazole, usually used for upper respiratory tract or lower respiratory tract. Tinry ko, class. Anong lasa? Masarap. Chocolate flavor. So, nagustuhan ko. So, nung binibenta ko, sinasabi ko mismo, masarap po yung aming contramoxazole. Chocolate po yung lasa. Easy. Madali. Kasi I know the product. I believe in the product. Maganda yung quality at magugustuhan ng bata. And we have this one product, yung pag nade-dehydrate ka, yung Glucolite from Pascual. I tasted it pag pinopromote ko. Kasi flavor niya, buko. Wow. Bucolite. Yan. Pag sinasabi namin, it's Bucolite. Kasi flavor niya, buko. It's really good. Kasi nga, nasubukan namin. And that is knowing your product. Feedback, pag nalaman mo, of course, efficacy, given, because maganda talaga yung produkto mo. But usually, it's more on the taste. Okay? Pag sa gamot class, usually taste, lalo na sa mga bata. The best way to sell a pedya preparation is through taste. Okay? We have seminars, we have round table discussion. Ito yung mga nagdi-discuss, yung mga doktor, nagdi-discuss yung mga big bosses namin kung papaano may improve, anong kagandahan sa bagong gamot namin, everything is being discussed, how or ano yung mga researches na ginagamit namin just to make that sales pitch or just to present the products. Ganun ka extensive yung aming approach when it comes to product. Well, when I transferred, after resigning from Forex, syempre parang nagtry ako ng greener pasture. When I said greener pasture, nagtry ako sa San Miguel. It's a bigger company. Still local, but it's a bigger company. Syempre, alam naman natin, beer ang binibenta. It's just so happened, class, that it's a bigger company. However, I don't think I am meant to be with San Miguel. Okay? Why? Because siguro yung training ko sa pharmaceutical, kahit na ako ay galing sa kahit na ako ay kanto boy, I think one lesson na tinuro sa akin ng pharmaceutical is yung the way you present your product or yung pagiging salesman. Because as compared to San Miguel, when I started working with San Miguel, it's different. Since kilala na yung produkto, alam mo yung pumapasok ka, hindi ka pa ready, hindi ka pa nakakapag-start ng yung salesmanship or ng pagbebenta mo, umu-order na sa'yo. Wala nang usapan. Kasi they need the product. Yun yung diferensya. I think I'm not ready at that time because nung time na yun, hindi ako umiinom. So, nandun yung nakikisama ka sa kliyente, so gabi-gabi iinom kayo or lalabas kayo. So, dun ako nahihirapan. So, hindi ako nagtagal with San Miguel. Parang ilang months lang ako sa San Miguel because the culture is different. I will go dun sa part ng culture paglipat ko doon sa company knowledge. Okay? So, focusing on the product, I think I am more inclined doon sa medicine and I think siguro natutuwa ako mag-present, natutuwa ako na I'm reading brochures and I'm learning my products. Okay? So, after my stint with Forex, moving to San Miguel, I set up or I did put up my own pharmaceutical company. It lang naman nung time na yun. It's just a small pharmaceutical company for distribution. So, nang kumukuha ako ng mga magagandang produkto from local companies to distribute it sa mga probinsya. Now, after understanding your product, you have to understand also what kind of company you're going to work with. Dito yung sinasabi ko na not only that you have to understand the product, kaya mong ibenta, naiintindihan mo, but also sa company, do you really see yourself with that company? Diba? I made a mistake, that's why I know. I made a mistake in going for San Miguel. Okay? My mom really pushed me na magtrabaho sa San Miguel because it's a malaking kumpanya, reputable, magandang pasweldo. So I really tried working with San Miguel. However, do I really see myself working with San Miguel? Siguro ngayon, pwede. Pero at that time, hindi kasi ako umiinom klase. I don't drink at that time. Sinasabi ko at that time. Nung time na nag-work ako sa San Miguel, I have to work ng late hours para lang makipag-inuman sa mga clients na hindi ko kaya. Hindi ko kaya because yun yung time na marami akong gusto pang gawin. Meron ako mga tinatayong maliliit na negosyo na gusto kong tutukan din at the time. And hindi ko na magawa because puyat and nakainom. So, hindi ko nakikita yung sarili ko na gano'n. So, that's the reason why I'm sharing this with you. It's because not only that you have to know your product, but also you have to understand the company na magtatrabaho ka. At the time, when I was working with Forex, I saw myself na, malaki yung potential for growth. Same with San Miguel naman, malaki yung potential for growth. But, the problem is, I'm selling something na hindi ko magamit. Okay? Kasi hindi ako umiinom at that time. Okay? But, for educational purposes, ano ba mga kailangan nyo intindihan? You should know the history of the company. As compared to Forex, of course, San Miguel, matagal na nag-exist. Ang Forex, nung time na yon, 4 years pa lang, masyadong malaki pa yung room for growth and improvement. Ano yung mga policies? You have to know all the policies, kung saan ka pwedeng pumasok. ano yung financial capacity nila. Of course, San Miguel, medyo maganda talaga magpasweldo. As compared nung time na yun with Forex, medyo maliit pa ang sweldo namin. But, we are being gracious naman yung aming mga boss at owners ng Forex that well compensated kami in terms of commissions and incentives. Production-wise, you have to, yun, sinabi ko na nga before, natuwa ako sa Forex because of the plant visit. And I'm sure, with San Miguel, nakita ko rin naman yung kanilang planta. Really, really nice. Okay, it's really pang ano din naman, pang international. That's why our beers, San Miguel specifically, is being accepted worldwide. Yung mga services nila, San Miguel is really, really maganda ang serbisyo. San Miguel yan eh. Kumbaga sa maganda yung kanilang forecasting. One thing nga pala, class, that I have to share with you is that siguro at that time hindi ko pa nakita yung aking environmental concern. But if I am going to reconsider, I will stay with San Miguel because of their corporate social responsibility with regard to environment. Kung makikita nyo, class, ang kanilang building, wow, I love their building. Sobra. Because it is not just an ordinary building, pero napapaligiran siya ng halaman. Bawat floor. Bawat floor nila, or every floors ng kanilang building, may halaman. Makikita mo sa labas. Ganon kaganda yung company. Okay? And it's a big company. As compared, of course, to Forex, malaki na rin naman ang Forex ngayon. Okay? Compared sa nung time na nag-start kami. So, I worked with Jollibee, Forex, and of course, San Miguel. Then after that, lahat, nag-set up na ako ng mga maliliit na kumpanya after my stint with San Miguel. Okay? So, ganun ka-importante sa akin, yung knowing your product and knowing your products and your company. Now, of course, when we started with the PAG Marangle, 12 years or 13 years ago, PAG Marangle, syempre hindi pa siya name, hindi siya kilala. Parang nobody knew ano ba yung Apag Marangle na yan. Not until, of course, when we started, meron ng mga nag-visit sa amin, ng mga television, at kung ano pa. Yun, naging known brand din naman kami sa Pampanga. And, yun yung kultura na gusto namin ngayong buhayin. Kahit na maliit pa ulit kami because of the pandemic that we have to close, but we are now starting again. Okay? The company is rebuilding. And our number one priority now is dun sa kultura na this is a Filipino and a Kapampangan restaurant. And we are proud of it. Okay? Kasi kung makikita nyo yung pattern nung aking work is all Filipino. Hindi ako masyadong na-excite to work with an American company because naniniwala ako sa Filipino products. Okay? Now, after understanding the product and understanding the company, now the most important is understanding your buyer, customer, / client, prospective buyer, client, and customer. Paano pa sila dapat intindihin? Ano ba yung mga ways to understand these people? Okay? Understanding client, importante, alam mo, ano ba ang gusto nila? Nandiyan yung alamin mo yung kanilang self-image, ano yung past experiences nila, ano yung experiences nila, both hearsay, ano yung images na gusto nilang i-build, ano yung everything that you have to understand. Kailangan ka magkaroon ng profiling class. One good thing about itong mga panahon na to, both product, company, and client, meron tayong tinatawag na internet. Or may Facebook, may social media, and these things, pwede mong i-profile yung prospective clients mo. In fact, not only that you can profile, you can already, pwede mo na kagad kunin yung mga kliyente mo na pwedeng bumili lang ng produkto mo. Hindi na kailangan na you go house to house, pero because of the social media, pwede mo na silang matap. Pwede nang direct agad. Kasi kami dati parang 10 pintuan kakatukan namin or 10 clinic ng mga doktor pupuntahan namin. Ngayon, pwede nang hindi. All you have to do is visit their social media. Check their social media. Check the internet. Ito ba yung doktor na kailangan ko? Ito ba yung kliyente na dapat kong puntahan? Ito ba yung kliyente kong dapat kausapin? With all these things, life is made easier for salesman or for salesmen. Mas madali na. Because mas madali na mag-profiling. Okay? Now, knowing your clients, class, of course, ano ba yung motibo nila? What are their motives for buying? Pwedeng image. Usually image, class. Or, yun nga, pakikisama. Pwede rin sabihin natin, power. Diba? When you say image, ba't ako bibili ng Lacoste? Ba't bibili ako ng branded? Ba't ako mag-offer ng branded na damit? Power, image. Diba? Bakit ako bibili ng Nike? Wow, because Michael Jordan. Feeling ko pag nakabili ako na baka maging laro ko Michael Jordan. Hindi nyo nakilala si Michael Jordan? Sino ba? LeBron James. Baka pag bumili ako ng sapatos ni LeBron James, feeling ko maging kalaro ko si LeBron James. And baka maging kalaro ko rin si Steph Curry. Anyway, ito ano muna tayo? Side muna tayo. Sa sideline muna ako. For the boys, tip ko sa inyo to. When buying a shoe or basketball shoe, think of your game. Anong klase ka ba maglaro? What kind of player are you? Then, dun mo i-pattern yung pagbili mo ng sapatos. Ano yung build mo? Kasama yung build mo. Okay, like in my case, class. I don't play like LeBron James. But a lot of people say that my build is just like LeBron James when I'm in the court. Medyo bulky, malaki. So, parang ganoon. So, I buy LeBron James shoes. Dapat. But, of course, I'm not going to use LeBron James shoes. Rather, I'm going to use Michael Jordan shoes because gusto ko syempre to emulate Michael Jordan. Okay? Pero kung yun yung tip ko, when you're buying shoes, tingnan nyo muna yung build nyo at saka yung style of playing nyo. Malay mo, Steph Curry kayo. Malay nyo, sino ba mga players ngayon? That's how you buy your basketball shoes. Okay? Ano pa? What else? Ano yung motibo kung bakit bumibili ang tao? Need ba siya? Kung need siya, madaling magbenta. Kung are these people buying for security only? Ano bang motibo ang kanilang? But one important aspect in understanding your customer is you have to know them. Paano mo kikilalanin? Kasi maraming iba't ibang klase ng customer. Maraming iba't ibang klase. First, anong klase? Intelligent customers. Yung mga intelligent customer class, ito yung mga, alam nila yung produkto mo. Nagugulat ka, mas marunong pa sila sa produkto mo eh. But you have to be on top of the communication. Hindi pa pwedeng sila lang yung, hindi rin naman pa pwedeng sila lang din yung salita ng salita with regard to your product. You have to listen. Importante ang pakikinig in selling. You have to listen to your customers. Doon mo malalaman. Doon mo malalaman yung need nila. Doon mo malalaman yung kailangan. Kahit anong kaintelihente yan. If you are listening to your customer, maiintindihan mo. Because you know your products well. They may know your product, but you should know your product more than doon sa alam nila. Okay? Ano pa yung klase ng customer? Ito yung mga open-minded. Ito yung pinakamadaling bentahan. Bakit? Ba't sila madaling bentahan? Okay, syempre naman. Kasi open-minded sila. They easily listen to you. They can easily adapt doon sa mga posibleng need nila na meron kang i-offer. So, mas madali silang bentahan. All you have to do is understand and tap doon sa part na ano kaya ang kailangan nitong customer na to. Actually, yun ang magpapahirap sa'yo kasi kailangan sabihin nila ano ba talaga kailangan nila. That's why you have to probe. Kailangan mong i-probe yung mga open-minded customers para mas maintindihan mo ano yung gusto nila before you can offer your product. Okay? Ano pa? What else? Ito yung mga slow thinking na mga customers. Ito yung maraming considerations. Ito yung maraming considerations. Ito yung mga customer na gagamitin niya ba yan? Paano niya gagamitin? Mura ba yan? Kailangan ko ba yan? Marami silang talagang mahirap. Ito yung mga slow thinkers. Okay? To address this, of course, ikaw yung magli-lead sa kanya kung ano yung kailangan niya. Ikaw yung magli-lead ano yung pwede mong ibigay sa kanya. Ikaw yung magli-lead para itap ano ba ang pwede niyang bilhin sa iyo. That's how you address these customers. Okay? Now, you already have that intelligent, open-minded, and of course, yung slow thinker. Yung pinakamahirap sa lahat ay yung tinatawag kong ABC. Yung ABC, argumentative, bargain, mahilig mag-bargain, and of course, yung competitive. Okay? Itong ABC buyers, mahirap kasi mahilig na makipag-argue. Right? Mahal-mahal niyan. Bukod sa mahal-mahal, yung palang gusto lang discount kasi nagba-bargain lang. Tapos nakikipag-argue pa. Kasi sabihin, may mas maganda kasing produkto doon eh. May mas mura. Diba? How do you address this? Question is, we solve it. We solve the problem. Una, kung akong tatanungin nyo, class, my approach to this kind of buyer is, kung hindi mo po kailangan, okay lang po. Diba? Okay lang. Okay lang. Why waste your energy? Remember, in selling class, hindi lahat naman nabebentahan eh. Not everybody is your client. Not everybody is your customer. So kung hindi mo siya mabebentahan, so why waste your energy? Alam mo na marami siyang argumento, leave. Say goodbye and maybe next time pag may kailangan po kayo, just call me. Diba? He is not your client. Remember, kung hindi mo siya kliyente, okay lang. Kasi you can use your energy, you can use your sales pitch, you can use whatever knowledge you have dun sa mga open-mindedness, slow thinker, intelligent buyer. Actually, sa list ng iyong mga kinds of customer, kasama pang intelligent, pero yung ABC, makikipag-argumento sa'yo, no point, class. No point. Yung bargain, not only that, hindi ikaw yung nagbibigay ng maximum discount or magbibigay ng discount na malaki, baka sa'yo pa makaltas yun, class. Diba? Competitive. Kung talagang tingin nila maganda yung isang produkto, so be it. Diba? So be it. Doon na sila bumili kaysa mag-effort ka pa. That's how I am going to address all these different kinds of clients. But remember, solve the problem. If there is a problem, solve it. Solve the problem. And how do you solve it? Ganun lang. Know the problem. Understand the problem. Is it a problem? Actually, no. It's a challenge. Yeah? It's a challenge. Ito yung mga kinds of customers mo. Ito yung produkto mo. You know your products. Para kanino ba itong produkto na to? Ito yung company ko. Para kanino ba itong mga produkto ng kumpanya ko? Understanding all of these things, class, it will give you confidence. Kahit na hindi mo siya ma-close, hindi mo ma-close yung deal, hindi mo mabentahan, still, remember, yung confidence mo dapat nandoon. Hindi dapat nawawala. Okay? It is understanding your product, your company, and your prospective client. This is Salesmanship 101, and I am Sir Chef.